Hi, I'm Andy Stevenson. I'm a Consular Officer at the U.S. Consulate in Sydney, Australia. I'm here today to talk to you about the 3 steps for overseas voting from Australia. First, register to vote. Second, request your ballot. And third, submit your ballot. All the information I'm going to share with you today is located on the website www.fvap.gov, the Federal Voting Assistance Program. That site contains a lot of information about your local and county election officials and what they need from you to register and receive your vote properly. So if you have any questions, even though the consular section is here to help you, we suggest you take a look at www.fvap.gov before you call or write us an email. Also, please bear in mind, timing is critical. You need to take action now to prepare yourself and get the information you need to submit your vote to be sure it is counted on election day. While many states can send you your ballot and receive it via email or fax from overseas, some states require that you submit your ballot via mail. Don't delay. Let's get you ready to vote today. First, register to vote. If you've never registered to vote in the United States, we encourage you to do it today. If you have registered before, you shouldn't have to do it twice. However, we recommend that you contact your state and local election officials to make sure that you're registered. Many states have an online tool that lets you verify your registration status quickly and easily. If you've never registered to vote in the United States before, usually you can do so in the state where you last resided or your parents last resided. Each state has a statewide office which coordinates voting and also has many local offices, usually at the county level, which administer elections. You can look up the phone number and email address for your local election office online at, you guessed it, www.fvap.gov. Each locality has its own procedures for voter registration. Some states even allow you to register to vote online. If your state or local office does not have a clear voter registration procedure for overseas citizens, you can also fill out a federal postcard application or a federal write-in absentee ballot at www.fvap.gov to submit to your local office. Note that submitting these forms via email or fax may be possible. If you have any questions about how to register to vote, we encourage you to call or email your local elections office. Second, you need to request and receive your ballot after you've registered to vote. Many states have different procedures, so it's important for you to read up on and understand what your local county will expect from you. Again, when in doubt, reach out and contact your local and county election officials. If you're running out of time and there isn't enough time to request, receive, and send your ballot back before Election Day, there may be another option for you. There's a federal write-in absentee ballot, which is available online at www.fvap.gov, which you can fill out and send in. Although this absentee ballot can be used in place of your local official ballot, we strongly suggest you contact your local office to make sure you follow any procedures for using a different form. After you receive your ballot, read the instructions carefully. Many states have different requirements about how and where you sign it and what parts you fill out, so just be sure you're following the instructions so your ballot is accepted. Finally, after you've registered to vote, you've received your official ballot, you need to return that ballot in the way the state expects you to do so. I'm going to sound like a broken record, but look online at www.fvap.gov to figure out what your state expects you to do in returning your ballot. This will help you make sure you're doing it the right way. Also, we live in the digital age. If you can submit your ballot via email, please do so. That's not only going to cut down on the time that it takes for your ballot to get back into the hands of those who will count it, it will also put you in a position to follow up right away to make sure your ballot is complete and is acceptable to the local election officials. If your state requires you to mail your ballot back to the United States, you have a couple of options. First, of course, you can use local options like International Courier Services or Australia Post to send it back, and you can pay the postage for that. But if you prefer, the embassy and consulates across Australia stand ready to help in sending your ballot back via US mail. If you want our help in sending your ballot back, here's what you need to do. You can drop off your ballot in person at one of our offices in Canberra, Sydney, Melbourne, or Perth. Be sure to bring your photo ID. Before you come, visit the U.S. Citizen Services page on our website, to confirm the hours we're open to receive ballots. We've included a link to our website in the notes attached to this video. And before you hand over your ballot, please double check that you've completed and packaged it just how your local election office will want it. When we receive your ballot, we will mark it with an official consular seal and date stamp. This will confirm to your local election officials the day your ballot arrived at our office. We will then hand deliver your ballot to the U.S. Postal Service office located inside our consulate or embassy facilities. Your ballot will be postmarked and sent out along with other outgoing diplomatic mail back to the United States. We recommend you drop off your ballots to us no later than Friday, October 2nd, to make sure they're delivered to your local office prior to Election Day. So that's it. We've covered the basics: how to register to vote, request your ballot, and submit your ballot to be counted in the United States. If you need help from the consular team across Australia, we're ready to receive your ballot being dropped off at one of our offices so we can put it in the U.S. mail system and get it on its way back. In the meantime, please visit, you know what I'm going to say, www.fvap.gov if you have any questions about the process so that you make sure you're following the rules at the place where you registered to vote. So prepare now and exercise your right to vote in the upcoming U.S. election.